guys, how you doing? This is Manga etc. and I'm here today to bring you the review for One Piece Manga chapter 984. Now, it's very rarely that I speak about the cover page, but there's something on the cover page that obviously will rile up some people. Some people won't care, but regardless of that, it is something that should be spoke about. So I'm going to give my 2 cents on it as well, because I reckon other people will as well. But not to say that I'm following other people. Anyway, let's go on with it. So Pound is alive. Now, I remember previously on the other cover page, upon reading it again, because I didn't really notice it the first time, because I really just usually just gloss over the cover page, because it's the cover page. I know they do put some things here and there in the cover page that are canon to the story, but I usually just gloss over it. So I know that Pound was seen previously, and from what I remember, from what I saw of that image, it could have been just a corpse. I don't know if that was just me wishful thinking, but it could have been just a corpse. But within this chapter, chapter 984, it's outright blatant that Pound is still alive. And it's just really, for me, I don't care, because at the end of the day, Pound wasn't really an important character. But for what he did within Whole Cake Island arc, it's like, why did you do that with us? It's like, why did you set us up with this? Like, everything he done, for me, I didn't feel anything for when I thought he was dying, because he was a minor character, didn't have much screen time, but you set up all these things. You had the whole him sacrificing. You had the whole thing. The thing I remember the most is the thing with the grandchild, where the grandchild was crying, and then just everything with the grandchild, and how he like knew within himself that Pound was his grandfather. Just all that setup, and it's just really for nothing, because chapter 984 and Pound is back. That's what I'm going to say on that. So the first bits of the chapter, we really just have page one and Ulti, I think her name is, I can't remember her name, just like really just shaking off their hits, the damage that they got. They're like, oh yeah, I'm good, I'm good. And it's basically what I'm getting anyway is from this bit of the chapter, and that's via the speech of the other members of Kaido's crew, is that they was only able to tank these hits because of their dinosaur form. So just hyping up the Zoan dinosaur abilities. So as we move on, we get some Yamato versus Luffy fight. Now I was watching this fight fairly closely as I was reading, because I thought it may be able to give us some hints to Yamato's strength, because that's what everybody wants to know right now. How strong is Yamato? But there's nothing really there. He doesn't seem to he doesn't seem to be trying very hard. He's just basically defending himself, trying to get Luffy to like calm down and just hear what he's got to say. And now, rightly so, people call Luffy dumb, but he is getting smart, because rightly so, he's like, nah. Right away, Luffy's like, nah. I ain't got time for that. I ain't going nowhere with you. Actually, do you know what? Alright, cool, you can talk, you got 5 minutes. And that's smart. And really, the smartest thing for me out of that was the whole thing of, I'm not going nowhere with you. You know, he don't know, because Luffy don't know this guy from Adam. He could have been anybody. He could have done anything. So rightly so, he shouldn't have gone with him. But as Luffy is scrapping, trying to get Yamato to leave him alone, they end up going to some next area, and that's when the chapter flips over again. So then we have the whole execution of Momosuke, with Orochi putting him on display. We see the members of Kaido's crew getting hyped up, saying, yeah, kill him, kind of vibe. And we also find out that Jinbe and Robin is there, and Robin's on edge. Robin's like to James, is like, I don't think I can, you know. So It'll be interesting. I don't think it's likely. It would be interesting to see from Robin to break because obviously we know that the plan is to be stealthy, and we know Robin is smart. But it seems like Robin might break and she might cut loose for once in a while. Then the chapter skips over again, and we have Law and the people with Law making the way to, I think it's, yeah, well, they basically reached the destination where they were heading to. And now, what upsets me about this bit of the chapter is it seems like, well, not seems like it's fact, that Law has only brought Beppo, Penguin, and Sachis. Regardless of the names, he hasn't brought his whole crew onto the field. Now I'm hoping that we see them later, but for now it's not the whole crew, and this upsets me because I have interest in the other worst generation crews. We know what Luffy's crew is saying. Like we know there's a monster trio, mid trio, weakling trio. I want to know if the other worst generation crew follow that kind of fashion. I also want to know that maybe just maybe there might be some other monsters within the worst generation crews, but for some reason they've escaped getting bounties, so therefore less famous. I am interested in the other worst generation crew, and because we're not getting, for well, in this case, Law's whole crew on to onto the main stage, man. It may be possible that we only get to see what these main guys can do. And it's also possibly because we only are getting these guys that these guys are the big and bad. But I want to see the rest. There was a girl in this crew as well that I want to see, and we're just getting left out. Terrible, depressing. So after that, we have a little, regathering of some peeps, and I can't remember who Isa is. I can't remember who Isa is, but she seems to be the brother of someone. I don't know if that's figuratively or reality, but that seems what it is. Then we have a get then we have a bit with Kaido where we just basically find out that there's the new Onogashima project. No idea what that is. Not even gonna try and guess. We will find out later. So Luffy, no, Yamato does manage to get Luffy away. So Luffy's like, cool, I'll give you 5 minutes to talk. And this is where we find out about Yamato, about how he wanted to be Odin. He found Odin's journal, and ever since Odin's execution, he's been following the words of Odin, the Bible as he calls it, of Odin, and trying to bring down his daddy Darius. And now at the end of the chapter, it is revealed that Yamato is not he, it is she. And I don't think that's important. I don't think the gender is important. But what is important is that Yamato, although our real name is, because it's probably not Yamato, in the past has faced off with Ace, has met Ace. Now, I'm not sure if Yamato, no, that doesn't make sense. I was gonna say I'm not sure if Yamato knows that Ace and Luffy are brothers, but I think that's basically public knowledge. And even if it wasn't, why would she mention Ace to Luffy? So yeah, I do think that Yamato does know about Luffy and Ace's relationship. What I want to know, and we probably will find out as chapters roll on, is what exactly went down with Yamato and um, and Ace. Yamato does mention that when she was fight when yeah Yamato mentioned that when she was fighting Luffy that fight reminded her of something. She was probably remembering a fight between her and Ace. So yeah, like I said, everything involving Ace and Yamato that will probably come up with in other chapters. Really interesting to find that stuff out. So that's everything to happen within this chapter. I don't think it deserves any higher than a 3-star rating. We're just continuing the story bit by bit at a very decent pace. If you haven't already, check out my video that I've done on why, not why. Check out my video that I've done if Ace, Luffy and Sabo joined one crew. And I've got other One Piece discussion videos out there that you probably haven't even seen yet. But like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.